Hi, I'm Douglas. I'm the leader of a band called BMX Bandits, and today I'm going to talk about my first gig, my best gig, and my next gig. First gig I ever went to was a treat from my big sister Alison, and she took me to see Mud, who were a kind of, they weren't really a glam group. They were sort of about the time of glam rock, but they were very influenced, I think, by kind of earlier rock and roll acts. And I was crazy about Mud, and they played at the Apollo on the 7th of December 1975. And it genuinely, I was watching it and watching the reactions of people in the audience, particularly the girls, and thinking, I'd like to do this. The first gig I ever performed at was a gig by the Pretty Flowers, and it was at the Hat and Rick Hotel in Bellsill. And the very first gig, it was a little bit of a different lineup than the Pretty Flowers went on to have Francis McKee of the Vaselines as a member. But for the very first gig, it was really myself, Norman and Sean and our friend Hugh McLaughlin. And I think the reason I sort of was putting on was I was wanting to woo Frances, and I was hoping she would see the gig, which she did, and go, I would like to be part of that group. And she did say that. One that I do regret that I didn't see was the Slits, and that was the only gig that I ever got turned away from for looking too young. My best gig ever, it's quite hard almost to think of, because one of the first things that came into my mind was Jonathan Richman, who's the guy who really made me decide, more than even Mud, what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. He's an incredible performer. It's like a mixture of seeing the best musical entertainer, the best stand-up comedian, the best storyteller, just an incredible live performer. But the thing I then thought about Jonathan Richman was it was hard for me to actually pick a gig, and a lot of the memories almost blend into one. It was hard to kind of go, was that at the gig in the Ferry? Was that at that gig in Northmore? Was that at that? And it was hard almost to distinguish what gig was which, and they were all brilliant. But a standalone gig that stands out more than any other is 2011 at the Garnet Hill Multicultural Centre just off Suckhill Street on Rose Street. A duo from Tokyo called Tennis Coats, who are probably my favourite contemporary band in the world. And every time you see them, it's completely unique, it's completely different. This time, when they played, they had no PA, no microphones, and they were using an acoustic guitar and a little Casio type keyboard. As I say, no microphones, and for a lot of the time they were wandering amongst the crowd while singing. My favourite of the gigs I've played is always, I think for most musicians, is a difficult thing to identify. I think what probably feels like the best one right now, and could be changed, but for kind of sentimental reasons, is we played the 100 Club in London a couple of years ago, and it was kind of special because there's something iconic about that venue. I think for people who are kind of fans of a really wide range of music, so many like legends, pop legends, rock and roll legends, jazz legends, have played this small iconic venue, the 100 Club in London, and so there was something kind of special in that way. But also Sean Dixon, who I started BMX Bandits with, And that gig, just for the memories, it just felt a bit like, almost like we'd kind of come full circle, and it just felt kind of really lovely to have the two Bellsall dreamers coming back together and being reunited, and it felt so good. The next gig that I have tickets to go to see is Brian Wilson at Kelvin Grove Bandstand, and people who know me and know my music will not be surprised that that's always going to be pretty special. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Brian Wilson at the Kelvin Grove Bandstand, but something I'm even more excited about, and this might surprise people, is seeing something I've not seen before, something that I'm really excited about, a new group that I've become a massive fan of and I haven't had a chance to see them live. They're called Girl Ray, and they're going to be playing in Glasgow in November, and I'm so incredibly excited about that. I'm excited about their debut album coming out, and you know, old records are good, but new records should always be more exciting, and that's the way I think it feels to me, because that's the future. And I think Girl Ray, they're three girls, and they make a really quite stripped down sound, but musically, there's, to my ears, there's elements of things like Kevin Ayers and Carole King and Laura Nero, just incredible songwriting, really melodious, really incredible changes in kind of tempo and timings and melody, and really interesting lyrics. And these are songs that could be covered by a multitude of artists and arranged in different ways, just as people like Carole King's songs or Laura Nero's songs would be able to do that. You could, Barbra Streisand could do them, or Patti LaBelle could do them, and they would sound like great songs. The next gig we're playing is Party at the Palace. Now, that may surprise you. It's not that I've been given the knighthood. It's not Buckingham Palace. It's Linlithgow Palace. BMX Bandits are playing on the Sunday of this 2-day festival, and yeah, it's not a typical rock and roll kind of gig, but I quite like gigs not to all be the same. Yeah, I always wanted BMX Bandits to be a very inclusive sort of group musically, and not just for kind of music snobs, and so playing something like that can be a lot of fun, and let's hope that the heavens are kind to us.
Take me to heaven, take me to heaven, take me to heaven. I can't find my way back.